It's possible because you see, that's what I'm saying. When we use the systems which we learn at school, at universities, most of it, the majority of it, is not applicable, supposed to be at Namibia, because the writers of those, the creators of those systems are from poor countries, countries that does not have resources. They have not also referred to Namibia at all. They did not know, none of those creators of the systems know about the Namibian system, that in Namibia, the resources are too much. It's not too scarce, it's not scarce.
So because you were being asked that you wanted to draw this, this $1 million possibly can be mobilized or can be drawn from the resources that Namibia has. But how will you get these resources if we are still exporting resources in mineral format, haven't been processed?
No, you see, we have diamond, one of the largest deposits in the world. Now, if you take that, you see, this, my thinking started from a long time ago, because we live like, let me give 2 examples. There's one man who was having a lot of cattle, 2,000 cattle, somewhere there between Okongo and Mpungu. And the children did not finish school because there was no money for them to school. But they had too many cattle at home. They could not count even the cattle at most of the time. So, but he was advised one time by Old Mutual that the cattle you have is money. It's not just cattle. It's money. Give us half of your cattle so that we can auction. When they auction, they managed to have. He was living in a house, a hut. But after they sold half of the cattle, they managed to build a house. He managed to buy 2 Land Cruisers. He was no more traveling on donkeys. He was no more. So we are the same. I'm saying we are the same. We are doing the same
as a nation.
We are. The country is rich. Our motherland.
I want to pose this question to you. If you're saying we are doing the same, are you aware of what it costs to process these minerals that you are referring to?
Yeah, no, that is.
If we are aware, then why haven't we done enough to invest in processing these minerals so we can relate to the example that you're talking about with regards to the headmen who had enormous amounts of cattle? Because if we were serious and aware, we would have invested in it, reprocessed those raw materials, export them in some fine form so you can get value addition for your money.
No, it's not about value addition. We can't jump to value addition. We are poor. We must first auction, like I'm giving the example of the cattle. Let's auction part of what we have to make sure that we have the power.
You're asking us to auction the
diamond.
The diamonds of this country should be auctioned.
Yes.
So you are not happy with the current format of the DBS agreement?
No, that is nothing. Because who own the DBS? Why are the people in the street? Why are the people begging? Why are people... I think you may not even understand why other children's... why other
why
parents...
we have homelessness and we have people who cannot afford for the basics.
You may not understand that. Must they wait until when now the DBS have been there, even I think before I was born. The DBS was there. But now, which change? The poverty that we are talking about, did it change? It is just increasing while the DBS is there. But what I'm saying is completely different thing. All these things that are there can remain the way they are. They can continue to run. But to insert something in the economy, separate, just to change the lives of the people. Because if the people have money, then they have the power. Then the people will be able to do many things without depending on the government.
The question still remains, where are we going to get that $1 million that you want to get to each and everybody? And let me quote you while you're thinking about that. You said, in my view, this proposal should become an urgent solution with regards to poverty and high inequality in our society and needs our urgent attention as Parliament. But have you thought of possibly where we are going to get this money, besides the idea that you're saying doesn't seem feasible for the time being. And you
it's feasible.
And you being a member of the Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee, in your travels as a parliamentarian, have you gone anywhere else and possibly see a feasibility that you can relate to this example that you want to bring to Namibia?
A lot of them. And that is why I have to thank the NNW who took me to Cuba and took me to Libya. I have seen, that time when I was still a unionist, I have seen in Cuba a system where...
What are they doing different? Are they auctioning like you're proposing, or how are they doing it?
No, I'm saying they don't have the resources. They decided, okay, themselves, the human, are the resources. They must utilize themselves. As we differ from all the countries, we have too much resources available, diamond that we can sell, and to give each one 1 million, and we will not even make a dent to the current diamond deposit that we have in the country. Okay. We will not even make a dent.
Okay. We get to go for a short break. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. Our guest tonight is Swapo Member Party of Parliament, Eliphas Dingara. We continue on the issue you were mentioning. Perhaps let's touch on that and saying the component of still how, as of to how you would actually want to implement that $1 million per every Namibian.
Okay, the discovery was made, and it's a rare discovery in the world. They did not discover so many times such a deposit of diamond in Namibia, anywhere in the world. So it's not comparable. It's not comparable to any country here in Africa. So that what we are saying, this deposit, two pipes of diamond were discovered. If you mine recklessly 1 pipe of diamond, it will cost you. You have a guarantee of 5,000 years without depleting. So it's not like where they are mining at Namdeb. They are searching. Those are the pieces that fell from the pipe in Lesotho and the little pipe which is in South Africa. That is the little which they are mining. But the deposit is here, where you don't need to drive around. You just dig, and whatever you are digging, almost all the stones are just diamonds. So
if we say we discover these diamonds that you are referring to hypothetically, we get them out, okay, fine. So how then do we then ensure we get $1 million to each and every Namibian?
Okay, so in my view, we put that in the process, evaluating, find the value. You see, each diamond can be identified. All the diamonds in the world have to be identified, each one. So now you take a set of small diamonds, evaluate them to $1 million, just exceeding 1 million, register those diamonds against the name of one person. And you register to all the Namibian people a set of diamonds identified as a set. So in the process, the selling process can also start. The auctioning, you can.
So the proceeds that you will auction, you will give to each Namibian that comes from each diamond that is registered against from each diamond that is registered against a Namibian.
Yes, although the selling can continue, or while the selling is continuing, but each person is having a certificate of registered diamond equivalent to 1 million. So now when the government continue to sell and the money coming in, and I think it can take just a year.
It can just take a year. What if then it's not possible for it to be done within a year? It takes 10, 20, 30 years.
Okay, it will benefit the economy if the process starts. If in a year you sell, say for example, a 500 billion value of diamond, that 500 billion value of diamond goes in the hands of the citizens. The country will already change. Because I have developed a formula which can guide the distribution. which, yes.
This is perhaps shifting a bit of a focus. This is something similar to the basic grant that was introduced in Namibia not so long ago?
The basic income grant is linked to the government coffer.
Okay.
It's not independent.
Okay, perhaps share your formula then.
No, the formula that we have is the formula will take care of the inflation, which we say the demand and supply. The demand and supply is inbuilt in the formula, so that there will be not too much money, because the formula will know what is the deficit of money in the market, how much money must be released. So far, in terms of the formula, we can release 700 billion, and there will be no problem with our economy. Economy will boost if we release to the market 700 billion Namibian dollars. So, and then there will be a change. There will be a remaining balance of 2.3 trillion. Now, the 2.3 trillion belong to the people below 25 years of age. And when people reach 25 years, every time, they will be claiming their money, and the economy will balance itself.
That is quite an interesting formula. But let's look at how your fellow parliamentarians viewed this motion.
There was an unfortunate thing that happened to Parliament until yesterday, because when I tabled the motion, I left the country, and I just came back this week. Only yesterday, I was informed that the motion that was tabled was not given to members of Parliament, the paper. They did not receive the paper, so they are still uninformed. So I asked the office why. They said, no, they didn't. And they don't have a reason. Only those who were inquiring were given the copies of my submission, of my report. Otherwise, the majority
are there plans to resubmit perhaps a more concrete plan that you are, based on the formula that you're explaining?
No, it's a complete paper that I've submitted. Should the members of Parliament received it, they should have studied it already and could make their informed contribution to the debate.
This is not the first time you're tabling something of this nature. You first tabled a proposal which you call the $1 million formula for each and every Namibian in November 2021, but later withdrew it. 2 years down the line, you are retabling the motion. What is different from the one from November 2021 vis-a-vis the one that you're tabling?
The one for 2021 was not a motion. It was a budget contribution. I just prepare. I was not 100% ready about the motion. My paper was not complete. I just make a contribution to the budget. So it was not a motion. The motion is only now.
The motion is only now.
Yeah.
There is an issue that I wanted to share, is that the leader of the official opposition was cited in the local media indicating that by making this proposal as an MP from the ruling party, it's perhaps showing a failure of the ruling party's inability to be able to fight the issue of poverty. As the Prime Minister has also indicated, half of the population appears to be living in poverty.
No, the leader of the opposition party is clever. He knows politics. He knows how to convince people easily. He didn't mean what he said. He left the matter and concentrate on political issues so that people can I don't know how to. He can mislead people so that people can believe to their party. But that is not the matter. I think
how do you think he should have addressed the issue? How should he have responded?
No, I did not yet respond. I will get a response. I'll get time to respond to the motion. Yeah, but that was, he concentrated on political matters. He didn't concentrate on the motion. But also the fact that he did not receive probably the motion, the write-ups self. He did not.
Other MPs have also indicated that they are perhaps not looking like as if they want to support the motion in its current form, to suggest that perhaps you revisit and rework the way that it can be tabled, because as it is right now, it appears to be unrealistic and unsustainable and not achievable at all.
So they have their freedom of thinking. They can do what they... But I am convinced that it's achievable, it's implementable, And it can even be achieved within 2 years. Everybody will receive the 1 million, except those who will not because of the age, depending on the age.
So the contribution varies from members to member what they will receive depending on age?
Yeah, because in terms of the formula, if we give 2.8 trillion Namibian dollar, we release it at once, it will destroy the economy. The issue of demand and supply and the value of the Namibian dollar will come in. But if we follow the formula dictates that people below 25 years of age are more, and because I don't want someone to receive this money on behalf of another. Each person must have the capacity to receive the money itself.
So it's a delayed benefit, especially for those maybe that are infants.
Like people who are now who are living in the dustbin. So you can't collect that person and give 1 million. You must put in a process that this person must be certified one day that, okay, this person now is ready to receive the 1 million. There are many people that we have to deal with, and that will be not difficult too. It will be not difficult. If you have a child who's eating from the dustbin and you receive your 1 million, the reason why that child was eating in the dustbin is because you are poor. Now, when you receive your, you will collect the child, knowing very well also that that one is $1 million value also. You will pick the person and you will do all effort to make sure that this person go through a process that will make this person qualify as long as the person reaches the age of 25 or whatever age we can decide.
There are numerous articles that were written in the local dailies indicating that why 1 million, why not anything even less than $1 million perhaps for Namibian. That because, for instance, there was one of the other articles written in the other local papers that indicated that possibly you could give someone 1,000 Namibian dollars before until they are the age of 60, and it will still not amount to $1 million. It could amount to something around about 720,000.
One thing that I don't like is for a person to be a slave to another when you have the same equal rights in line in terms of the Namibian law, the act. You and me, we are equal. We are truly equal in the eyes of the law. If the law could be something that could arrest us, we are treating other people unequal. So now, if you decide to give me 5,000 every month, I'm your slave. Because every day when I sleep, I'm praying that the month must come to the end so that you can give me.
Being a lawmaker, you are aware that we have a mixed economy. That means we don't have one set of rules to follow when it comes to the economy. There is private sector, there is the state, there are other entities that are also playing within the economy. How then are you going to achieve this without disrupting the normal flow of the current economy?
No. There will be no disruption because we allow things the way they are going. We just give the money to the people so that the people can act. So all the children of Namibia, all of you, your children and my children, will choose on earth which school they must go. They may not be here. The money will go there so that my child, because that child will also get to qualify to get 1 million. I will make sure that I prepare my children and I will choose a school and country of choice because I will afford.
That's this motion that you are proposing have the support of the government and specifically maybe cabinet? Do we foresee it becoming a reality? Because it requires the support of the executive.
It works like this. If Parliament have decided, if now the Parliament decide that, okay, we approve the motion, so the issue, the responsibility to make law is solely rest in the National Assembly or in Parliament. If a law has been passed, the executive will implement.
But you still require the component of the feasibility to get the money to enable this legislation or whatever program that you want to get off kicking. Don't you require then the support of cabinet? Even if you are making law, specific legislation requires financing for it to be achieved.
And you see, that is why Namibian system is a good one. Because when we approve in Parliament, the majority are members of cabinet. Now, how can they approve and reject? They will be part and parcel. They are included in the approval.
Okay.
Yes.
We get to go for a short break. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. Our guest tonight is a Swapo Party Member of Parliament, Eliphas Dingara. The government is currently through different social programs that it has, assisting over 600,000 Namibians to survive. What more can government do besides these grants that it's giving out to its citizens?
No, that is a different thing. But what I'm trying to say is all those things which is happening can continue while we are preparing for this one, so that the fund can be available. We distribute some of those things because people can continue receiving what they have been receiving. And they will get this one a once-off $1 million.
So the $1 million is once-off, and one can still continue to depend
whether
on a
you are
specific
rich
grant.
or poor, or you are small, or what you qualify, you get your...
But won't that again enlarge the space between the rich and the poor? If someone has $1 billion and you give them an extra $1 million, shouldn't this grant, in order for it to be meaningful and to make a meaningful impact, to be sort of discriminatory, to maybe to support those that are less privileged?
No, the issue that I have is equality. Who must be discriminated? If you are rich, must you be discriminated? We are equal in the eyes of all.
But Namibians are currently not equal. Financial inequality in this country still persists.
The basis of qualifying is just to be a Namibian. It's not your status.
But
not your status,
does it stop government from indicating legislations or programs that discriminate specifically to target a specific group? Like, for instance, now, if any Namibian would have perhaps wanted to receive 1,000 in a form of a grant, they could. But they are not getting that because it's earmarked specifically for specific groups.
Maybe what we can do in what you are saying, maybe the only thing that we can do is to say, okay, all the rich people must be at the back of the queue. They must receive after. Only those these ones must get first. But everybody have to receive on the basis that is our mother Namibia is giving us all.
Okay. Aren't there any other means to address these social inequalities and economic inequalities besides giving $1 million? If you were to look, are there no other methods besides giving $1 million?
No, we have been addressing this for all the years. That continue. I'm saying this is a separate thing.
So you are not happy with all the other ways? Have they all other ways failed, or what is wrong with the other ways that have been proposed?
Which country? You see, you find a few countries in the world. You take Dubai. You take Libya. In Dubai, what they did, the king decided when they discovered oil that each citizen shall get a share. And as a result of that share, that each citizen, not only the rich ones or not only the poor one, everyone received a share. And as a result of that equal distribution, you can go and look at what is happening, what is the status.
Okay, shifting focus. Mr. Ndingara, the Hambukushu Traditional Authority accusing you of illegally fencing of land and without permission, and hence blocking the grazing area to other farmers that are within the same area. But these are the same people that you want to protect, and they're saying that they are poor, but you're fencing off land.
No, you know, when, but the news, I was speaking to the Rukavango service manager. The news that was played on NBC TV while I was, is completely different from what is on the ground. It is a lie. NBC was lying. I called the manager of Rukavango service to say, since NBC is now lying, because there's no truth. They did not go where the fence is. The fence is not mine. The fence is for us as a community. We decided just to block, to cut, just to put a barrier where thieves were going through. It's not a fence where it's not my fence. It's for the, and the NBC did not go to the village where the fence is to interview the people. They interview the people at different villages.
But it wasn't NBC that was saying these things. These things were said by those that were in that meeting.
But
that was
NBC
attended.
was responsible to go on the ground and verify. Why didn't they go?
It was individuals who were talking. So you are saying that perhaps the broadcaster didn't do enough to engage.
The village of Sangondo, Dithimba, and Gambimba is far from the village where the fence is. Why did they not go to the village where the fence is?
So
it's not my fence.
So it could be that those that were interviewing, they are misrepresenting the situation.
You remember they said also that the Fumu said, we will call Ndingara. And I agree. I was there this Tuesday. No one could prove that anyone to stand up to say that is that fence in these villages that are displayed on NBC. No one in the entire meeting could stand up and prove that point.
What are your future prospects? What else can we expect from you in terms of you as a lawmaker in the National Assembly?
No, what I wanted is the 1 million to be received by the Namibian people even before 2025, because me, I'm in Parliament up to 2025 March. This term will end there. If this 1 million is received, if we have started people receiving, and everybody at our village, at Mayara, and all the villages in the country that money have reached, I'm sure even if I don't go back to Parliament, there's no more any issue, because I will not have that concern that I came to Parliament since 2010, and I can say that I didn't do anything because there's no money.
Are you saying that you haven't done anything in the last 13 years that you've been in Parliament?
What can I point that, okay, I did Ndingara as a member of Parliament. Not so only me alone.
Is this perhaps then what McHenry Venani was saying then correct, that perhaps that you have not done much?
No, I said Venani is playing politics. He's not talking the reality. Even him, what did he do if we stand here? What did he do as Venani that, okay, this is what Venani have done as a member of Parliament? Nothing. Because of the system that we have, because the people are too poor in the country. You cannot continue this way. Let's give these resources in the hands of the people so that we are they're also able to decide on their future.
Okay. Do you saying that you are in Parliament until 2025 March? Is this your way of saying that you are not coming back to the House of Lawmaking?
I'm a politician. If the people say, Ndingara, stay again, I can continue maybe for another 5 years. I will become too old now. But what I want is if the Parliament can approve this one, then I don't think there's no necessary, because it's necessary to go back. Because then the problem of the nation, of the people, is solved. Why will I go to Parliament? I'm sure many will not go to Parliament. Will say, no, I don't want to go to Parliament anymore. I'm sure if we just approve this one and start receiving, you also, you may take this NBC maybe to come and help, because you are better off. Your children, your mother, your father, your uncle, everybody's having. This 1 million will be enough. It's unlike when you give 1 million to a family. It's each member of the family get 1 million. So it will be enough. It will be very much enough. And once off is also enough.
Okay. Mr. Ndingara, thank you very much for making time to speak to us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Now that was a Swapo Member of Parliament, Eliphas Dingara, talking to us about his $1 million dream for every Namibian to receive that million from the state in order to be able to help them to better their life and to also alleviate the level of poverty that we currently face in the Republic of Namibia. Now that's all that we had for you tonight. Do join us again next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. For myself and the entire team here in Studio One, it's a good night.
Usithathile isinqumo sakhe ngithatha imoto angisena uyishayela edakiwe kumele ahlale lapha ngithi uzenza ubaba la ekhaya yena uyangibhongela ama ngimkhosi
Ngixelele mama awukhumbule ezilalini hayi ukuhlala endaweni eqhelekileyo nabantu esibaziyo